one and all to the K.O.E. Nation for a very special wine review. Not just any wine, a Nebraska wine from James Athur Vineyard. Folks, I am your King of Extreme Phil, K.O.E. You can find me at K.O.E. Nation on YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch. And I am very much looking forward to this because I am also a lover of dessert wine. I believe that one of the true unsung heroes of European grapes is Dornfelder. I don't care, fight me. I think it's beautifully sweet, not overly tannic, approachable in a way that isn't overbearing. And so I always love sweet dessert wines, and I'm a lover of ice wine. I love anything on the sweeter side in the world of wine, just like in whiskey, as many of you probably know. But this is a James Athur Vineyard release, 12.5% Nebraska dessert wine, alcohol by volume. It's called 32. Now, some writing on the back of this bottle, so that calls the glasses of extreme. So, James Athur Vineyard, a common bond between bricks and Fahrenheit being this transformation of the elder-wise grape, bringing to life a delicate and winsome dessert wine, of course. Unlike anything our winemaker has ever created, 32 will take you through a grand journey. We hope you enjoy this wine as much as we have enjoyed bringing it to life. Now, I thought, okay, that's pretty good, but I bet there's a little more we can get into here. So I looked up on their website. Actually, for a Nebraska producer of alcoholic beverages of any kind, got a really good website. Like, it's easily navigated, and it tells you exactly everything you need to know. If you have like 2% product knowledge, you can easily navigate this site. So under their dessert wine section, 32, made from Elderweiss. This dessert wine is as close as an ice wine as we can get. In 2017, we crushed nearly 100 tons of Elderweiss grape, and quite frankly, ran out of tank space. So we froze some Elderweiss juice, and when a tank opened up, we thawed out the juice until it reached 32 bricks, and then started the fermentation, leaving us a luscious, sweet dessert wine, pushing about 12% alcohol. Unique and intriguing, this wine is a must-try for dessert wine lovers. Now that intrigues me. And I've had the Two Brothers before from James Athur Vineyard, and I'll never forget, I'll find the video and link it in the description. But I had a white wine, basically a white wine tasting battle. Whereas me and 3 other girls, and we were gonna see who had the better taste in different wines, and the girls picked Two Brothers, James Athur Vineyard. I came with a Chardonnay from California, from Napa Valley, no less. And the girls went with went with this. They like Two Brothers more than a Chardonnay from Napa Valley that cost me like $60. So something to keep in mind. James Athur Vineyard, don't sleep on it, especially if you like stuff on the sweeter side. But this is because it's supposedly, not supposedly, but since it's mostly Elderweiss grape, I scrolled up, and this is what they have to say about Elderweiss. Over the years, James Athur Vineyard's Elderweiss has been our most popular and most awarded wine. It has set the standard for Nebraska wines to follow. A semi-sweet white made from 100% Elderweiss grapes. It's a balanced wine that creates quite a sensation of sweetness in the front of the palate with a brush of tartness as it dances across the tongue and heads towards the finish, creating a sweet yet complex wine full of green apple flavors. This is a wine that won't be forgotten. The best suggested pairing for this wine would be with fresh fruit, or completely on its own as an appetizer or a dessert wine. Also, let me just say, whoever writes for your website, A+. I mean, just applaud. Like, the fact that you actually did well in creative writing shows. So, let's get right into this. And this is very bold. I'm about to open a bottle of wine live on air. Got my server's lever, so let's see how this goes. Doesn't matter, even if I mess it up, I'll just edit in like it was done expertly. Like you'll think John Wick or something like opened up this bottle of wine. You'll think John Wick and James Bond at the same time got this bottle of 32 open. All right, so far so good. Nice. And the cork, you can see, has their name on it, so I'm glad this doesn't fall to pieces. You can see that they actually have some pride. Bottle's not corked. Yeah, I've been looking forward to this, if you can't tell, because I'm a lover of dessert wines. But, you know, even me at the rates that I drink, this will probably still take me a couple of days to really get down. Do that for the moment. So, let's let that get air. 'Cause, yeah, normally I've heard the window for wine is about a week. Once you open it, you should drink it within a week. There's some folks that are like, really, I wouldn't know. There's some folks that it's gone that night. Me, it takes a little time, but it just kind of depends on the wine. If it's like a good sweet Dornfelder or something, I'll be all over it. But it's a little air getting there. Okay. Don't need the glasses no more. It's all in the nose and in the head at this point. Such a sweet, sweet green apple. I mean, just... like, you don't even get grape. Like, I know that's so strange, but it just smells like... is this like wine made from pure apples or something? Like... there is a tartness in there I'm trying to pick up. It's been so long since I've gotten into good wine. And it's so great when you get to get a heavenly nose again. It's just luxury. Like I could just sit in this nose all night without even having to get into the palate yet, because just so light and fruity. And on the back end, like I can get the idea that there's gonna be a slight like fig tartness, like, you know, like off a fig tree or something, like, or like a fig Newton almost. But goodness gracious, James Athur Vineyard's port has also been used in aging whiskeys, so they're moving all over into the spirit world, and I'm glad to see them moving up in the world, because their stuff's been great for years, and it's been one of Nebraska's best kept secrets. And I think James Athur Vineyard's getting to that point where it's like, yeah, I'd kind of like the secret to get out already, and yeah, I think it's about time the secret gets out. Now, cheers, folks. Like apple pie delicious. There's that apple with that hint of sugar that almost makes you think of like cinnamon caramel. Just delicious. Just delicious. Folks, yeah, this is spectacular. It's just making you think of apple pie when you drink it, so it's perfect for dessert. Well, folks, now we get to the fun part, the grading. For those who don't know, we grade on a 5-star scale. 5 meaning you have to have it before you shuffle off this mortal coil. 0 meaning pass it on by, the K.O.E Nation has advised you well. We're going to grade this as a Nebraska wine, as a dessert wine, as a white wine. It's as a wine in general, just grading it against all wine, and then the secret, fifth question. So, on a 5-star scale, as a Nebraska wine, one would be underselling it, 2 would be underrating it, 3 would still be damn near criminal, 4 would still be underselling it. I have to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stars as a Nebraska wine. Yes, folks, if you are looking for an example of Nebraska wine, if you were going to have all 50 states in a wine competition and say, hey, send us a damn good wine from your state, bam. Okay, bam. This is delicious. I mean, this is just delightful. The ethanol has no confrontation with your palate whatsoever. This is a couple sitting down over dinner. In terms of, this is definitely after the meal is over, after you're letting your food settle a little bit, and this is kind of helping the food settle. Because yeah, this would not upset your stomach. Like, this would be an excellent after dinner drink. Like, some people use cognac after dinner. This would also work if you're not wanting to hit anything heavy. Now, with each category, it gets significantly more competitive because it becomes a wider world of sports. So, that was as a Nebraska wine. Now, as a dessert wine, goodness gracious, I'm gonna give this 4 stars. 4 stars as a dessert wine because it's just so like mouth-wateringly sweet, and it's just if you're somebody that just loves something sweet and tannins, anything tannic kind of scares you off, oh, this is right up your alley. Well, we'll get to that in the secret fifth question. Now, as a white wine, okay, this is a big, wide world of sports, keep in mind. And keeping in mind all of that, I'm still going to give this 3.5 stars on a 5-star scale as a white wine, because if I had people from around the country internationally that were coming over and if I were or was even, my English teacher's very happy with that. If I was entertaining guests that evening, you know, me being a Nebraska boy, I'm going to try and bring as many Nebraska products as I can. So yes, this would be one that I would serve 3.5 stars as a white wine. Now, as a wine, the whole wide world of wine. This is including all the French reds, the champagnes, the sparkling white wines, the sparkling wines of every kind, you know, you name it. I'm going to give this 3 stars. 3 stars on a 5-star scale. That is still pretty dang good for anything from good old Nebraska, folks. So once again, it's always good to see the local boy make good, and James, you did good on this one. Now, will I seek another bottle of this is the secret fifth question. Big lead up, folks. I want to keep you captivated till the end. But yes, the secret fifth question is, when this bottle runs empty, will I seek another one? Yeah, this is going to be a bottle that I use for Christmas gifts probably this year. Most people in my life will probably be getting a bottle of this year because I gave Icevine as gifts last year, but this is a little bit more local, and I always like to, especially when I'm doing gift giving, I want to keep that money in my home state, in my beloved state of Nebraska. And it's always great to see Nebraska businesses make good, and I always want to help highlight them. and that's one of the great projects and one of the great underlining goals here of the K.O.E Nation is I want to give a little bit of highlight to Nebraska wines, Nebraska whiskeys, and all that such, because the Napa Valley folks don't really need the attention, and the Kentucky boys in the bourbon business don't really need the press. But we need to get the word out about some of these amazing products, and this is another great use for this. If you have a wine lover in your life, and they used to live here in the state of Nebraska, because how many of us Nebraskans know somebody that used to live here and comes back on the holidays? Only like all of us. Only like every single one of us. This would be excellent. This would be a great gift because they get to take a little piece of Nebraska back home with them. Okay? And because for whiskey lovers, I got a couple of recommendations like Loop River Bourbon, Golden Sheaf Bourbon, just to name a few. Pretty much all of them from Nebraska are pretty good, but those are a couple that I would just name drop in particular. In terms of wine lovers in my life, this would be something I would send them home with. So yes, definitely a pickup if you can find it. James Athur Vineyard 32. So folks, as I'm known to say around here, all that being said, thank you for joining us here at the K.O.E Nation for this very long time coming wine review, folks, of James Athur Vineyard 32. Folks, thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. I am your King of Extreme Phil, K.O.E, the man of the hour, the man with the power, the man makes it the podcast cower, the prince and potentate of the political parlance, the lord of the Scottish Highlands, and one damn handsome man if I do say so myself. Signing off and handing it off, I hope all of you make it back here happy, healthy, much the wiser. Raise a glass to yourselves. God bless. Please like, share, subscribe right here to the K.O.E Nation. Can't wait to catch you right back here. Travel well, folks.